Okay, this weekend, me and the wife were planning on going to go see Jude Law and Forrest Whitaker and Repo Man, but she wasn't feeling very good, so I said, stay home and on-demand a movie. So we saw Precious, based on the novel Push. Wow. Every now and then the movies got a lot of critical acclaim to them, like Best Actress nods, Best Supporting Actress nods, and it wins Academy Awards, and you kind of go, this is probably not going to be a movie for me. Now, I really wanted to see it when it came out in theaters. However, I live like an hour south of Chicago, and I think Precious played in movie theaters maybe 2 weekends, if that. And, people pretty much didn't go see it. Now, I'm going to paraphrase some lines from the movie to kind of give you a feeling of what a lot of this movie has to deal with. Gabrielle Sidibe, again, if I make a mistake with some of the names, I'm sorry, she plays Precious. Now, Monique plays her mother, Mary, who is verbally and physically abusive to her. And I'm physically abusive, I mean, I think she's doing dishes, and she just throws a glass at her and knocks her onto the ground. They get a couple altercations where she beats the living crap out of her. Like throws a potted plant at her. This is some of that really violent, really vicious sort of physical abuse, and some of the mental abuse and verbal abuse. Looks just like, you dumb as shit. You're never gonna learn nothing. I don't see why you go in that goddamn school. You shouldn't instead go to the welfare office. Get your ass on welfare. Now this is her mom cussing her out. In just about every section dialogue, she's just a stream of profanities. You're worthless, you're nothing, you're never going to be nothing, you're fat, you're stupid, you're an idiot, you're a whore. It is one of those, her life sucks. She's barely literate, she already has a kid. I won't discuss the father at all because that's a whole other can of worms, and it adds another layer to the movie. She constantly has moments where she escapes reality and tries to envision herself, at like a movie premiere, which is like a fashion model, and she's always looking up. She's always trying to find some way to get herself out of the situation. And her surroundings are nothing less than depressing. Her mother essentially wakes up, sits down in front of the TV, eats, watches TV, smokes cigarettes, cusses her out whenever she goes anyplace. Gabriella's life, or Precious in the movie. She does well at math, then to put her into an alternative learning program. And it's rough. And there's certain plot points I'm not going to discuss, but man, you think it just has to go up from one point, and that's like just so many things going wrong, and then something else gets added onto it, then something else, and this whole time, she comes across with this, there's a hope that tomorrow's going to be better, because it can't be any worse than today, and the next day happens, and you know what, it's worse than the day before, but you know what, tomorrow's got to be a better day than today, it just has to be, Gabrielle Sidibe plays the main role. Beautiful performance. Monique, she's frightening in this movie. Someone who normally plays the jovial, happy person. Man, she took a turn for seriousness, and it makes your skin crawl. It comes off like you watch a documentary half the time. It is just Lenny Kravitz in this movie. He plays a really great part. And I never thought I'd ever say this, ever, in a movie review. Mariah Carey did a very good job, too. I mean, it is a sad, depressing movie. However, there's always a glimmer of hope throughout the whole movie. It is sad, it is heartfelt, you're going to feel what these characters are going through. And it is a phenomenally well done movie. it actually earned its awards. It's tough to get through because it's dense, it's meaty, it's chock full of great performances, and it's a phenomenal movie. If I would have seen it last year, it probably would have been my top movie of the year. So, if you have the opportunity, you have the stomach to sit through like domestic verbal abuse that's on a scale that no human should have to go through, but you have the feeling that's what's happening in other places. Precious, beautiful movie. I highly recommend seeing it.